So a couple of drawings on the space travel theme that I've made using an oil bar or an oil stick and a soft pencil. The lovely thing about this medium is, as well as being able to build up a drawing gradually, smudge it, soften the pencil marks, you can also scrape back into the mixture of oil bar and pencil and produce a drawing that has a certain amount of depth because of that translucency and that layering. So I'm going to demonstrate that at the end of this video. So we're going to be in the museum on Monday with our astronaut model, and although this is more a display to do with energy, I think this might be a good place to be. We're going to have Hope modelling for half of the time, and then I'm going to send you off around the museum looking for some suitable material which could work as a background for an astronaut portrait. Up on the top floor we can also look down on the rocket, and I'll go down to the ground floor where there's a spacesuit and some other relevant material. We'll start on the top floor, but you can see an astronaut got here before us, and you'll be able to draw both ends of the rocket. And also on the ground floor there's plenty of robotics and similarly space age material. So we'll start with our model. I'll have her for an hour just to get you prepared for composition, and then I'll encourage you to wander around and find some other material which could work as a setting or an accompaniment to your astronaut portrait. So drawing in the museum, we're going to use oil bar, oil stick, a soft pencil and an implement for scraping. So I think the best way to work with this medium is to first cover the surface that you're going to draw on fairly liberally with the oil stick. So oil sticks, oil bars, they're basically sticks of oil paint, and the type that we're using is a colourless one, so it's really the sort of medium that oil paint is carried in. When I draw into it with my soft pencil, and I'm going to have a go at, it's not a very exciting rocket actually, that's on display as you go into the museum. But drawing with it, I'm not pressing very hard with my pencil, and the oily surface of the paper covered with the oil stick will almost allow the pencil to dissolve in it. So I'm just doing some lines to start, and given that it is this white rocket stick, it's possibly a little bit sort of clinical and scientific, so I am hoping to do a drawing that's got a bit more atmosphere, a bit more life to it, and this is where I think the oil bar can come in quite nicely. So I've done some lines, I've built up a little bit of tone, and now I'm just going to smudge it a bit. I can smudge it with my fingers. So pencil on its own, I think, can be a little bit slow actually for starters, but if you mix it with something like oil bar, and I'm repeating a lot of my drawing at the moment, but pencil can often be quite slow and not terribly fluid. But if we apply plenty of oil bar to the drawing, then we can move it around. The first coat of oil bar will sort of protect the paper a bit so that it doesn't get too stained, and then you can go on with your drawing, building things up, effectively using the oil bar as a medium. So this rocket is a bit of a cylinder, so I want to add some more depth to it. It's black and white, but I'm going to build up some blacks now. And because there's plenty of oil bar on there now, I can really, in fact, maybe should I make it move? I should maybe send it off into space and then build up something a bit stronger. So I can eventually make a mixture of oil bar and pencil that will virtually be black, and you can see bits collecting on the surface as well. So it's a little bit of mixing things on the drawing as well as moving the drawing around, and then gradually towards the end of a process I will be redefining some of my marks to make them crisper. And of course, because I've started to build up a certain amount of mixture on the surface, I can also draw into it, subtracting some of the oil bar, so that it's the equivalent of using an eraser perhaps with some charcoal. I should keep my pencil clean, or to put it differently, I wouldn't, some of the kind of gunk that collects as you work is best put somewhere else, not on the side of the drawing the way sometimes people do, and it's not an attractive sight. So that's how far I'm getting with my rocket. But I might do another drawing of something a little bit more complex and give you a speeded up view of it.